Hi, I'm Robyn. Welcome to My Pilates Studio. It's so great to have you here. Today I'm going to take you through a beautiful mat workout. Grab your mat, you need nothing else. Let's get moving. So we're going to start off on all fours. Turn over for me. You're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. From here, we're going to press our hands and our shins into the ground, and we're going to curve our spine into the harbour bridge shape. So we're going to round our tail under, looking down, and then you're going to start the movement from your sit bones, sticking your bottom out, lengthening through the spine and lifting the chest and your eye gaze up. And we go again, pressing your hands, pressing your shins into the ground, draw the abdominals in and up, keep pressing those shins in for a deeper tummy connection, and then flick your tail out, widen those sit bones, lengthen through the spine and lift your eye gaze forward. And again, scooping that belly in, dropping your head down, rounding your spine. Good. And then widening your sit bones, sticking your bottom out and lifting your chest and eyes up. Let's do one more because it feels so good. Curling your tail under, rounding your spine, and then flicking your tail out, lengthening through the body and lifting your chest up. Well done. You can now widen your knees a little bit, and we're going to rock your hips back towards your heels. Now, I want you to rock back as long as you can keep sticking your bottom out. So we don't want to tuck our butt under like we did the harbour bridge. This one we want to keep sticking our bottom out. And then rock your body weight forward. And we go back and we go forward. And as you do this, you're creating this lovely little movement and shift of body weight. But at the same time, we're working on the front of our hips. You might feel that resistance and a bit of compression there at the front of the hip flexors, but also this widening at the back of the pelvis. Really great for supporting your pelvic floor, rocking back and forth. Well done. Let's go for 3 more. And 2. And one last one. And coming up. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down onto your forearms, and we're also going to bring our legs together. So knees are together. Your hands can either be together or down or clasp, whatever you feel you prefer. Let's slide your right leg back. I might wiggle forward a little bit just so that I stay in camera shot. Slide your right leg back. You want to keep lifting your shoulders up and out of your chest. You don't want to let that chest sink down. Keep lifting and spreading your elbows apart. We're going to lift our leg up and lower it down. You want to keep your back foot parallel. So with no turning out, no ballerina style, pointing that back foot straight down, pinky toe towards the floor. That's it. We're going to lift and we're going to lower. We're going to lift and lower. Very nice. Lift and lower. We lift and lower. Let's do 4 more. Good. We're about to work into those glutes. You might feel them already, or they're just warming up. 2. Let's hold the next one up. So we've still got our foot pointed. I want you to now flex as you bring your heel in towards your bottom, and then point as you straighten that leg behind you. Keep lifting the chest away from the floor and point. We flex and we point. We flex and we point. Good. We flex and we point. In and out. 3 to go. And 2. And last one, we're going to hold it there with a bent leg. Keep that foot flexed, and you're going to stamp that footprint up towards the ceiling. Good. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've got the shakes, you might notice. Bring your knee down and just sit your bottom back, stretching those arms before we reset for the other side. Come on up. So elbows are spreading the fabric of the mat apart. Stretch your leg back, lift the chest up, and we start lifting the leg up and down, keeping that foot really parallel, not allowing those hips to turn out. We always like to imagine we've got 2 headlights on our hips and they're pointing straight down towards the floor. That's the way. We want to keep this lovely openness through our right sit bone, our right butt cheek. We don't want to tuck the tail under. You want to keep widening and opening from the bottom. Lift and lower. Nice work. I think it's about 3 to go. I'm never very good at counting. You might notice 2. And let's hold the last one up. You're going to flex the foot in as you bend and then point the foot as you straighten out. We flex and we point. Remember that upper body, very important. We flex and we point. We flex and we point. In and out, aiming to keep that thigh at the same height the whole time. 3 and 2, and then we bend and we hold. That foot is flexed, and now we pump that foot up towards the ceiling, lifting that thigh up. Good. Nice work. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and bring the leg down. Sit your bottom back, either stretch your arms forward. You might prefer to stretch your arms back. You might turn your head to the side. We all deserve a little rest after that. Nice work. So what we're going to do is actually roll over and lie on our backs now. You're going to lay all the way down. Keep your heels in line with those sit bones and bring your hands down by your side. We're going to start with a beautiful inhale. And as you do, your arms are going to float up towards the ceiling, and they're actually going to go all the way back overhead. So you stretch those hands back. You want to feel the back of your body resting on the mat. You want to feel like it's really spread out, feels really long. All those touch points onto the ground. Really spread those feet, spread the toes. Then inhale, take the arms up and place them back down by your side. As we inhale again, we allow those ribs to expand. Can you feel like your pubic bone is lengthening away from your fingertips here as you exhale? And then inhale again, and your arms come back down. Good. Inhale, take those arms back. Enjoying this beautiful range of shoulder movement. If your shoulder doesn't feel like it's very happy in this range, you stop at whatever range feels safe for you, okay? Remember, I can't feel what you're feeling in your body. I only know what it feels like in my body. And if getting your arms all the way back there feels really restrictive and not nice, then you don't do it. You stop before that point. 2 more. We lift and we reach back. That feeling of your bottom being really heavy on the mat, we want to remember that feeling for what we're about to do. So we take those arms up and over, and then we're going to interlace our fingers and place your hands behind your head. Your elbows, you want to lift those up so they're just in your peripheral vision. Keep that pelvis nice and anchored and heavy on the mat. You're going to inhale, and then you're going to exhale, and as you curl up, you don't want to let your pelvis lift up. You want to keep it heavy, keep it grounded on the mat. You lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, and then you inhale, lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Breathing here, and exhale, we lift, keeping the pelvis heavy, and inhale, we lower down. And exhale, we lift up, and you inhale to lower down. If you find that you're doing the opposite breath pattern, that is okay. It doesn't really matter what you do naturally. That is the best way to be, but I just don't want you to be holding your breath. So make sure that you're definitely breathing and you're coming up as we exhale, and inhaling, we lower down. 2 more, we lift and we lower, and 1 last one, we lift up, and we're going to stay this time. You're going to float your right leg up to tabletop, then you're going to lower it down, making sure that the pelvis isn't moving. We float the left leg, my pelvis hasn't moved. We lower down, but now you can let the head lower down. Take a little pause. Breathe in here. Exhale, lift the chest up, hold it here. Float the right leg up and lower it down. Floating the left leg up and lowering it down. And then inhaling to lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Beautiful. We go again. Exhale to curl ourselves up. Floating the right leg to tabletop 90 degrees. Lower it down. Check that those shoulders are still as high as they can be off the ground. Lift, and we lower, and then lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Let's do one more. Breathing in, we exhale, bringing yourself up. We float the right leg, and then we lower down. We float the left leg, and then we lower down, and then we lower the body all the way down. Bring your hands down by your side, step your feet apart, and just to relax the belly a little bit, we're going to do a little twist from side to side. Drop those knees over. You'll feel a nice stretch right up through the hip into the side, oblique abdominal muscles. That will just help give your upper body a little bit of a relaxed moment with your shoulders being anchored, and give your lower body a nice stretch. Well earned. A couple more each way. Nicely done. Good. And last one. Beautiful. Maybe you move slow, maybe you move quick. Just enjoy. So we're going to bring our feet again, hip joint distance apart. This time, we're actually going to start with those legs up in tabletop. So you bring your right leg up to tabletop. Make sure you're at 90 degrees. Check that your knee isn't too close to you. It's over the hip. And then let's bring the second leg up. So now what we're going to do is that same inhale breath that we did when our feet were down. This time, as we take those arms up and over, you can feel the load increase here into your tummy muscles because those legs are lifted. And then you're going to slowly lower the arms down. If this is too much for you, keep one leg down, okay? We're going to float. Again, if it feels too much with one leg down, you could always rest your feet on a big fit ball or a box. You can have them just slightly elevated and rest them down on something. Okay, breathe in. There's always options. And then breathe out. And one more, breathe in. And then let's bring those arms up to face the ceiling, so reaching towards the ceiling. Now you're going to take just your right arm back and you're going to stretch your left leg long and forward. That's it. And then you return. Then we inhale, opposite arm and leg. Left arm goes back, right leg stretches forward, and then you bring back to where you started. As we're going through this movement, you want to feel that you've got a little gap between your lower back and the mat. Nothing huge, just a little gap. Inhale, I don't know if I swap sides, but just keep going. We don't want to flatten out our lower back and imprint into the mat. We want to maintain that little gap so that our pelvis stays nice and anchored. Good work. If we're flattening our back, we're most likely going to be curling our pelvis, and that's not what we want. Lifting up, reaching right arm, left leg, and returning. And last one, inhale to reach. Exhale to return, and then just hug your knees into your chest. Give your lower back now. It can press into the ground and give it a little massage. Beautiful. So we're going to bring those legs back up to tabletop, and we're just going to open the knees out and bring the knees together. Open the knees out and bring the knees together. So we're rotating inside the hip socket, keeping your feet in contact. Don't let those feet come apart. Opening out and back together. Each time you press out, really encourage those legs to wrap around and externally rotate. When you come in, squeeze those legs together. We open out and we squeeze in. We open out and we squeeze in. Now we're going to try separate the feet. Push them out and push them together. Push them out and push them together. This movement is internal rotation from the hip joint. It feels quite challenging for many people. I know I can feel lots of muscles working to help me. It's always nice when you find new muscles, isn't it? Open out and in. One more. Bring it in and then just have a little rest. Rest those feet down. So if that doesn't work for you, we're going to do another set. If that's not working for you, just keep your legs down on the mat, okay? Doing the openings, and you can potentially just lift one leg up and do your internal rotation on a single leg. There's always those options to do it just with one leg. If you're ready to follow along with me, please join. Let's bring those legs one up at a time to tabletop. feet together, we're going to open those knees out. But this time we're going to go squeeze the knees together, straight away open the toes out. Bring those toes together, then open the knees. Bring those knees together and squeeze, open the toes. Feet together, knees open. Knees together, feet open. Good. And we're working into those internal and external rotators of the hips at the same time as engaging our abdominal muscles. So our core is switched on, keeping that pelvis nice and stable and quiet. You're doing well. I can see you through the screen. We open out and together, knees together, toes apart. One more of each. Well done. Opening out, coming together, and then place those feet down. Excellent work. Step those feet apart, just hip joint distance. Hands press into the mat. We're going to breathe in here and prepare for your bridge. So we're going to curl the tail up, lifting off bone by bone, reaching those thighs away from you, finding your beautiful bridge position. Breathe in here, and then slowly soften from the top of the chest. Melt the spine, coming down bone by bone, articulating as we go all the way down and letting that pelvis rest. If that doesn't work for you and rolling your spine doesn't feel great, you are welcome to hinge and lift the hips up as if your spine is a plank of wood and place it down like a plank of wood. Do what feels best in your body today, okay? And what feels good today might not have been the same as yesterday, and that is okay too. Curling through the tail, reaching those thighs away. We lift up to the top of our bridge. Breathe in there, and then slowly soften down. Enjoy that lovely massage. Coming down bone by bone. The last to touch will be your sit bones. And again, breathing in, we exhale, curling that pelvis, peeling off the mat, pressing your triceps, the back of your arms and your shoulders into the mat so your body is supported, and then melting on the way down, watching that your knees are tracking forward. Sometimes there's a little bit of knee movement. Breathe in, exhale, rolling, coming all the way up, breathing here, and slowly soften down as we exhale. Lovely. Let's do one more. We're going to stay at the top this time. Breathe in, exhale, curl that pelvis, roll all the way up and press those arms down. Now you don't want to over exaggerate and overextend. You want to allow your body to be in a beautiful diagonal line from your shoulders to your knees. From here, we're going to drop the hips down halfway and pick them straight up. Lower down halfway, pick them straight up. We lower and lift. We lower and lift. We lower and lift for 4 and up and 3 and up and 2. You might remember your glutes from earlier. Last one, hold those hips up. Fabulous. One last little variation. Let's lift the heels up and down. If your feet feel too far away from you, walk them a little closer. When you're lifting and lowering, try and keep your bottom at the same height. Don't let that dip at all. Good. We lift. Are you still breathing? No holding your breath. Good. Up and down for 4. Hips stay high. 3. Let's do 2. And last one. Lower your heels. Melt the spine down. Finish well. And relax. Very, very good. Let's roll over onto your side. So you're going to be lying on your side. Your knees are going to be bent up. My arm underneath me, I might just move this microphone just to here. Can't get it on. There we go. Just so that it's not squished, okay? I'm supporting my head with my underneath arm as if I'm lying on a pillow, and then my top arm, I'm going to reach out nice and long towards you. We're going to now lift your top arm up until you turn your head and you're looking directly towards the ceiling. Your hand is above your shoulder. Now your rotation is going to come from your waist. So it's not going to just be the arm that's reaching back. You're actually going to open your rib cage, rotate your eyes, follow your hand. You squeeze your knees together, breathe in, and then you exhale and you come all the way back up and let that arm come down. Again, we inhale, we lift. It's up over our shoulder. Open the rib cage, squeeze your knees together. Enjoy that lovely rotation. Breathe in and exhale. I'm a little bit limited by the wall here, so I'll just move in the range that I can. Lifting up, and we're going to squeeze those knees together. Make sure you can see your eyes. See your eyes. It's a bit hard. See your hand with your eyes the whole time. And lower. Let's do one more. We lift. We open the rib cage. We rotate. Beautiful. And then we come all the way down. Lower that arm. Excellent. You can just let that top arm relax. Your top leg is also going to be relaxed, but your bottom leg is going to be working now. I don't mind if you actually prop your head up if that feels more comfortable to you. Whichever you prefer, maybe you get a proper pillow. I don't really mind. I'm going to look at you today. So, top leg. You can rest your foot on the mat with your knee up, or you can let the knee relax, whichever works for you. The focus is on your underneath leg. We are going to lift the underneath leg up by reaching your heel so far away from you and lower down. We lift up and lower down. So the muscles we're targeting here, our adductors, our inner thigh of our underneath leg. So nothing else should be working. This isn't a shoulder exercise. I know how much our shoulders love to help. Not for this one. We're just using that bottom leg. As we lift, we want to engage that inner thigh. It's not just about lifting the foot, it's actually about lengthening that bottom leg so far away that when it lifts, you feel that inner thigh right at the top of the groin, that's it, and lower down. Maybe you've got a little moment where you can pause and I can take a photo. Reach away and lower down. 2 to go. And then let's hold it up for this next one. Stay there. Let's just flex and point while keeping the leg up. So we've got a little bit of endurance going on here. That's it. I'll keep talking to you to keep you company. Good work for 4 and 3. Feel that burn. 2 and 1. Well done. And lower the leg down. Excellent work. Let's bring the top leg. Stack it. So you're going to lift your top leg up. Then I want you to lift your bottom leg up. Can it join the top leg? Lower the top leg, the bottom leg, lower the top leg. That's it. We go up for 1, up for 2, down for 1, down for 2. We're going to start working into our top waist here. We lift and we lift, we lower and we lower. Try and keep that upper body really relaxed. Lift and lift. I actually find that this one is easier to do when you're lying flat down. The lever doesn't pull on your neck. When I'm up here, I feel like my neck is trying to do the work. When I'm down here, I can really get the work into the waist. The legs feel like they are doing the work as well. We lengthen the top leg, join it with the bottom, lower the top. Do 2 more here. And lift, lower, and lower. Last one, lift. Lift and hold. Of course we're going to hold. We're going to let your top leg go back and your bottom leg forward just a little bit. Just a little bit. They slide past one another. That's it. That's it. So again, that endurance of that underneath inner thigh, but also working into your side waist. 2 to go. And 1 more. Beautiful. Bring those legs together and lower all the way down. Fantastic. Bring yourself over to the other side. So we're going to come on up, swing those legs around. I might need to move my microphone now, don't I? So technical. Come on down. We're going to either prop your head up or lay down on your side, whichever one you prefer. Both knees are going to be bent. Actually, I lie. Bring your head down for this one. We don't prop our head up. That's for the next one. Stretch your arm out nice and long towards me. Then you're going to lift your arm up until your hand is directly above your shoulder. You're watching your hand with your eyes, and then you're going to open your ribs, rotate the rib cage, squeeze those knees together, breathe in, and then exhale, wrapping those ribs around, and they come down. And again, we inhale to lift, open the chest. Eyes are watching your hand at all times, keeping that shoulder congruent inside that shoulder socket joint. So we don't want to let that arm over rotate. Lift up, See it with your eyes, making sure you can open the rib cage. Good work. I think we did about 2 more. You can always do more of these. Never enough with our book opening. Squeeze those knees together to counterbalance and engage that waist. We know it's a preparation for what's coming up next. Last one. You've got a little bit of inside info from doing the first side and coming all the way up. Beautiful. This is where you can prop your head up if you prefer. Top leg, I like to sort of stand it up a little bit. Bottom leg underneath, and it's long and reaching forward. You're going to lift that bottom leg up and lower down. Very nice. We lift and we lower. Good. We lift. Feeling that inner thigh. Maybe not for the first few, but my gosh, you definitely will. Lift and lower. Lengthening away and lowering down. We lift and lower. Nice work. Good. Remembering right from the top of the groin, it's not just the foot and the ankle that are lifting up. You got it. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2. Let's hold the last one up. So we stay up and we're going to flex and point that foot while we keep it in the air. Suspend it in space. Finding that endurance for that inner thigh. You might notice one is different to the other. That is okay. 3 to go, and 2, and last one, and then lower it down. Awesome. Top leg stacks right on top of the bottom one. Your hand, really important, pressing it into the ground. Try not to press with too much force and let your fingertips go white or your knuckles go white. Just have that hand relaxed on the floor, but definitely in contact. Top leg lifts up to just above hip height. Bottom leg lifts to join. Lower the top leg, lower the bottom leg, lower the top leg. I said that on the other side, I think. Remember, you can always come down if you find that that gives you a little bit more access into the right muscles. We're never the same, quite the same on both sides, so see how you feel on this side. Good work. We lift, we lift, we lower, we lower. Really try and reach your heels away from you to create as much space in your waist as possible. Lift and lift and lower and lower. 2 more. Lift and lift and lower and lower. This time we stay up. We hold it up. Now top leg goes back a little, bottom leg goes forward a little, and then they just slide or glide past one another. This is where you want to find your balance. You're balancing on a very small little side bit of body. Use your front hand to help you. 3 more. And 2. And last one. Amazing. Legs together and lower down. Awesome. Roll yourself over onto your front. So here in this position, I want you to cross your hands one over the other. Relax your legs. So just kind of give your bottom a little wiggle or your legs a little shake out. Your forehead is going to come down onto your hands. You're going to breathe in, press those hands down, lift your chest up away from the mat, and then lower your chest back down. That's all we're doing. Starting to mobilize and move the upper part of our spine. Imagine, good old-fashioned Pilates tip, a blueberry underneath your belly button. I think I'm going to bring a packet of blueberries into the studio and give everyone one to put underneath their belly while they're doing this. We're going to go in, inhale, we lift, and exhale, we lower. Twice more, just getting that upper body by using your arms, pressing them into the ground. And one more. Good. And lower. Now we're going to do the same movement with the upper body, but our arms are going to be reaching back behind us. So the head might start a little lower. Breathe in, reach those fingers back. We do that same beautiful inhale to lift, and then we exhale and we lower. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Lovely. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Nice work. Feel like someone is stretching your fingers back and lifting you up from your arms. And lower. 3 more. Lengthen those arms away. Lengthen your legs away. and lower. 2 more, everyone. Reach away and lift and lower. And on this last one, we're going to stay. So the arms are lengthening back, the chest is lifting up, and then we're going to pump your arms up to the ceiling. Pump, 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 pump for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you may lower all the way down. Beautiful work. Bringing yourself up. We're going to finish with a lovely mermaid stretch. So you're going to have your legs in a lovely Z sit position. If that doesn't work for you, go cross-legged. If that doesn't work for you, maybe a diamond sit. So many options. Make sure that you're comfortable. We're going to open the arms out to the side. We're going to side bend, find the ground. You're bending away from your legs. So if your legs are bent out towards the left there, you're stretching over to the right. Good. And then you bring yourself up, because you'll notice when you go the other way, it gets a little bit jammed when you're trying to bend towards the side where your feet are. So you want to always bend towards the opposite side. It's still worth bending the other way, but you won't feel this beautiful stretch like you do on this side. Coming up, and we balance. 2 more up. We go over. Enjoy that lovely stretch. Lifting. Open. Last one. Keeping that hip down nice and heavy. And we lift and we open. Let's change sides. So legs swing around. Feet are facing in the opposite direction, meaning we've got a side bend in the opposite direction. Stretching out the sides of the rib cage, enjoying that lovely, beautiful bend. We want to create the biggest arc possible, so we want to lift that arm. Big stretch, reaching over, softening that underneath arm, allowing you to come down a little lower. We have 2 more, up and over, beautiful. And then we do 1 more. We lift up. Enjoy that beautiful bend and come all the way up, and you are done. Well done. That was a beautiful mat workout just to keep you moving, to make sure that you don't get tight and stiff, particularly while you're on holidays. It's been so great having you here in My Pilates Studio. I'll see you again. Bye.